it's Katie with One Music School, and I have an unboxing for you. This came in the mail earlier today, and I couldn't open it because I had to run to work, but now my family is in bed. I can finally open it up. I didn't want to wait till the morning because I have to see what's inside. IKEA scissors time. Here we go. Actually, I may not need my scissors at all. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh wow. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. That binding is absolutely beautiful. I love how it is a more of a satin matte finish. This is going to be really, really great for filming. Can you see that? The beautiful, just the wood, the way that just the grains are, is just very, very beautiful. I love that. Looks to be book matched. It says Cordoba, hecho a mano, 25T-CE. This Tenor model has 18 frets, open gear tuners, and a solid headstock. It has a built-in active 2-band pickup, Spruce fan bracing, Mahogany neck, Rosewood fingerboard, Pearloid dot inlays. It has a maple ebony rope-style binding with matching rosette to tie in the block. The scale length is 17 inches, while the overall length is 26 inches. In designing this ukulele series, Cordoba traced the instrument back to its heritage, which is the Portuguese Braguinha, or Machete braga. Cordoba began building in Portugal with period-appropriate methods and body woods before learning where they could innovate for better tone, playability, and also affordability. The nut width is 1.38 centimeters and the action at the 12th fret is 3 millimeters, which is a little tall for my liking because I prefer 2.5 to 2.75, but that's an easy setup fix. This beautiful ukulele has a solid top and it's made of acacia, which is very closely related to koa. The top is made of solid acacia, while the back and sides are laminate acacia, or figured acacia. The binding is a rope-style binding. If you look really, really closely, you can see all the tiny pieces of wood used to configure that rosette and the binding. It's really, really striking. It has a satin finish, bone nut and saddle, aquila strings. This model is also available in soprano and concert sizes. Normally the bigger brands have Fishman pickups, but this one is pretty comparable. I love the fact that you can adjust the bass, the volume, the treble. You can EQ it yourself without having to actually adjust it by a sound engineer if you're playing live or by your amp. I think that's really important. Well, Cordoba is known for their handmade instruments that are lightweight and affordable. I mean, to have all of that in combination, you can find an instrument that is made by hand, but to also have it be affordable, you could be paying thousands of dollars for something that is with so much attention to detail in an instrument. So, that's the mission of Cordoba. It's to have high quality instruments in the hands of as many people as you possibly can, but how do you do that? You make it affordable, but you don't make it cheap. So you make it out of good materials, the construction. But you see this right here? The headstock is made out of 2 pieces of wood. That is actually pretty common when you have, how do I say this? Let me try again. I'm a little tired, I'm a little foggy. But you see that this is made out of 2 separate pieces of wood. So the higher you are on the joint between the headstock and the neck, the more vibration you're going to have. It increases the vibration, increases the resonance of the actual instrument. So some people think that, the resonance only occurs with the top of the body or, the sides, the back, things like that. No. If you have the neck vibrating as well, that also increases the vibration, increases the resonance of the instrument. So that's why you have instruments that have just one solid piece of wood as the neck. That's why it is more expensive, because it's more costly, more materials, one solid piece of wood. But in order to make it more affordable, you can have 2 pieces connecting the headstock with the neck. It's going to make things more affordable, but the higher it is on the joint between the headstock and the neck, that's more expensive, but it's more beneficial for the resonance of the instrument. Right now my family is sleeping upstairs, and I don't want to make them angry and wake them up. So I am going to test this out. I am so excited, and yeah, I'm gonna do some research and get back to you. So we have the sustain test, or after ring as I call it, because I think that they can be used interchangeably. I'm going to hold it up to my microphone right here if you haven't seen my unboxings and reviews, so that you can actually hear how long it sustains after I play a chord. So here's my open C chord. I'm going to do that again. That's very, very pretty. I feel like it's a very good balance between bright and mid-tone. I really do like instruments that have a little bit more mid-tone in them, because I feel like if something is just too bright, ooh, I don't know if that's really quite pleasing on the ears, but I really enjoy that. So if you look online, you are going to find a lot of positive reviews on their guitars and their ukuleles. That's a very, very good sign. Especially, it's very telling of their consistency. Especially if you have other people reviewing your products that are not sponsored videos, or people that have purchased the instruments themselves. That's very, very important. But for me personally, the opinions that matter the most are, one, the opinions of my students, because they're playing those instruments every single day. At least I hope that they're playing them every day. If you are not practicing, I'm watching you. I'm just kidding, I'm not. The model that my students use is the 15cm, and they love it. They wouldn't want to trade it for anything else. Two people's opinions that I really value are Travis and Jonathan from Hyde Music. I can't tell you how many times I have brought in an instrument to them, and they're like, you know, they give me their absolute honest opinion. So I really, really value that. Hey guys, I'm with Travis and Jonathan. These are my friends from Hyde Music, and everything that I've brought in thus far, as far as ukes, like they're like, yeah, it's okay, but it's never like blown them away. Wouldn't you say?
It's true. Yeah.
It's like, there's been some things where you're like, yeah, that's really nice, but it's not like 10 out of 10. I want you to open this and tell me what you think.
Ooh. Ooh, hello. Oh. Hi, Cordoba.
Hello.
Yeah, that's nice. It's pretty. Ooh, got a little bit of heft to it, I like.
What do you think?
I really like
pretty. Can I have it?
it. It's beautiful. It smells nice. It plays nicely. And it sounds gorgeous.
The like satin on it is not, it's not raw. Like it doesn't feel rough. It feels finished, like it feels sealed well, but you can still see that it's kind of open pore. Like you can see a little bit of grain through it still, but it doesn't feel unfinished. It doesn't feel rough. The frets feel great. The binding doesn't, you don't feel any seam or anything like that.
I thought it was really cool that once I looked up a lot, like even more closely at the binding, like those are all little teeny tiny pieces of wood.
Mm-hmm. Real purfling.
Yeah, it's real. It's not a sticker.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's got a little bit of mass to it. It feels like something you're meant to, like it feels like it's meant to be strummed.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like, oh, be careful with the dainty little uke. This is not dainty.
Yeah.
This can
Feels
make
like
some
a
racket.
real instrument.
Yeah.
So the last opinion, if not the most important opinion that means the most to me, is actually the one of my very own mother. She plays the ukulele, she loves her 15 cm, and she was actually looking for a tenor. Didn't matter what brand, but I was really happy to be able to say, hey Mom, try this. Okay, go ahead and open it.
Okay. Wow. Wow, look at, I like the shape.
That's a tenor.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, you can amp it up. I like that. Well, this is beautiful work. What kind of wood is this?
That's acacia.
Oh, wow.
Does it feel to you?
Huh?
How does it feel?
It feels good. You can feel a little bit of tautness in the strings, but they aren't bad.
Would you say it's easy or hard to push down on the strings?
Well, for me, it's kind of easy. But then I've been pushing a lot of string for the last few weeks. You know, I've been playing like almost 4 times a week now, so
Oh, nice.
and that doesn't count what I do at home.
So I've been trying this out for a couple of weeks, and I keep reaching for this. I really do. I really love the neck. I love the fact that it does feel very solid. Sometimes when you have an ukulele, the neck can be a little too thin. You don't feel like you're gripping onto things, but also at the same time, just please note that I'm a guitar player as well. And so then, yeah, I can appreciate all different types of necks. I can appreciate all different types of designs. But for me personally, to be able to have something that is radiused well, I can really appreciate that. It's very, very comfortable for me to play. I love the satin finish. I love that. My personal opinion, do not disregard an instrument just because of the headstock. I think that it's very beautiful the way that it plays as is. I don't think it needs a slotted one. Some people think that a slotted headstock tends to be more professional because the nut is at a sharper angle, and then because the nut is at a sharper angle, then it causes the more tension to be right here on the nut, causing the strings to be more responsive. Some people think that that is very, that's a deal breaker. For me personally, that is not a deal breaker at all, because you also have to consider, well, what kind of strings are you using? What materials are you using for the body? The nut and the saddle, that also goes into play. Just because it's bone, what kind of bone are you talking about? Is it buffalo bone? Is it camel bone? There's a lot of different factors that play into the construction of an instrument and the tones. So for me, this does tick all of the boxes, so to speak, as to what I would want in an ukulele. I do love the way that it feels. I love the tone. I love that it's not too bright, not too dark. It's just, it's very, very pretty, but it's still going to cut through a mix if you're playing with other people. I do love the way that it feels when it plays on the lower part of the neck, the upper part of the neck. I enjoy that, especially this cutaway. Yes, I absolutely love this design, and just when you come up close, you can just really appreciate the detail. And it says hecho a mano. You're like, yeah, this is made by hand. This is very, very pretty. You know, this would be an excellent upgrade if you're looking to invest in an instrument with higher quality materials. I should make a video about how to upgrade your ukulele, or what to look for, or why an instrument is more expensive than maybe perhaps a beginner or a laminate instrument. So leave that in the comment section below if you want to see that. Also, leave in the comment section below if you have a Cordoba, like which one do you have? What do you like about it? it, or just leave your overall thoughts about it, because it really helps us out as a community just to be able to know what people have purchased, why you like it. We really need that information. It really helps us out a lot, helps me out a lot, because I learn something from you guys every day. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
All right.